Welcome to this episode of Trojan Poetry. This week we are reading a poem entitled These Poems by June Jordan. And this is a shout out back to episode number 68. So if you remember that episode, we read a poem by Morgan Parker. She mentioned June Jordan in her poem, and then we looked at a June Jordan poem. So this is a double shot to pair up with episode number 68. So here we go. These Poems by June Jordan. These poems, they are things that I do in the dark, reaching for you, whoever you are, and are you ready? These words, they are stones in the water, running away. These skeletal lines, they are desperate arms for my longing and love. I am a stranger, learning to worship the strangers around me, whoever you are, whoever I may become. So this one's relatively short. What stood out to you, John?
My first connection was I was thinking of like Walt Whitman and how he often talks to the reader and like, I'm writing this for you and right, I'm waiting for you, come to me.
Right.
That was my first connection. Then, I mean, it kind of made sense to me up until the end. I am a stranger learning to worship the strangers around me. I guess that makes sense. Whoever you are, whoever I may become. So, I don't know, you talk. Why did you pick it? And then let me think about it.
I thought it was a quick read, first of all, and I saw it, and so I scanned through it real quick, and I thought it was interesting, all the things about strangers, being in the dark, reaching for someone, whoever you are, and are you ready? I like that question at the end of the first stanza, ready for what?
Yeah.
Ready for, it's because she doesn't seem to know necessarily what the poems are doing or why she writes them. I mean, I think she's trying to feel that out in this poem. And then when she says, are you ready? Well, she's not even ready. So how could she ask the reader to be ready, right? Because she's learning to worship strangers. She has desperate arms for longing and love.
So yeah, like in the dark, like my first thought was, oh, they're literally in the dark, like a dark place. But I think dark as in she's not sure. Right.
Where she is, where she's going.
Right, what they're
she's
for.
in a dark state of
Right,
mind.
what exactly they're doing. These words, they were I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stones in the water running away. Is the water running away? Are the stones running away? Right, like.
I thought that was a nice description, though, of like when you're trying to grasp a line when you're writing something, and it's just kind of like, it flies away before you can grab it.
Oh,
or they're coming down onto the paper. They're running away from my mind down onto the paper.
Okay. Or is it that the stones are in the water stationary and the water keeps running away over them? Because that's like the real...
Yeah, wearing the stones down.
Right.
And that line, these skeletal lines, they are desperate arms for my longing and love. So the skeletal lines, I'm assuming, are the lines of poetry, right? They are desperate arms for my longing and love. So is she reaching to herself, or she's reaching out so that someone will love her?
And I wonder, is this like the first poem in an anthology or in a collection, and she's introducing all of the poems? Because these poems implies plural, but so I'm curious about that.
Right. And when she's talking about worshiping strangers, whoever you are, whoever I may become. And so I think she's implying that she's a stranger to herself. Right?
I am a stranger.
Right.
Yeah.
I am a stranger learning to worship those strangers, whoever you are, whoever I may become. So
people are strange.
Hey, when you're a stranger.
That'd be a good connection.
Voices seem wicked when you're alone, right?
That would be good. That would be a good connection for this. The Doors, people are strange.
That's
Look
right.
into it.
Old Jim Morrison there.
Yeah, maybe I'll put a link.
Yeah, you should.
I'll put a link on the video.
I'm sure June Jordan would like that one.
Yeah.
I just liked it. It was short, it was sweet, and yet it was so kind of mysterious in a way. And I can feel the emotion. I mean, there's not a whole lot of description, not a whole lot of adjectives or adverbs going on, but you can feel that sense of her reaching out, trying to connect with either the reader or herself, I guess.
Yeah, very cool. Very, like you said, it's rich, but it's so sparse. And lots of double, it seems like, meanings, right? Where everything could potentially be one or two things.
Right, literal or some other level.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for watching. Please join the conversation in the comments on YouTube or on Twitter at Trojan Poetry DGN. Also, check out our website at trojanpoetrydgn.blogspot.com.